open door. So I told myself I never let happen again. Been walking around, self-esteem is down.
Hello, Facebook family and internet world. My name is Raquel, and this is Pages of Life. Today we're going to be talking about something that is pretty sensitive. It's a pretty sensitive topic, and I want to encourage the mothers and the fathers to please pay attention to what I'm about to say in this blog today. Also, the grandparents, grandmama, and yes, my Christian mothers and fathers, please listen to what I'm about to tell you today in this blog. About 2 months ago, I was at the doctor's office, and there were two other ladies that was in the waiting room, and they were having a conversation. And I was ear hustling, trying to hear what they were saying. One of the young ladies was talking about a party that her youngest daughter, had went to. And her best friend had invited her to this party. But the young girl had came home, and she was upset. She wasn't crying or anything, but she was upset that her friend would invite her to this kind of party. Well, I'm ear hustling trying to hear, what happened and what kind of party this is. Apparently, this particular party that they were having was called a lipstick party. Now, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know what a lipstick party was, so I'm still ear hustling trying to hear. The girl was upset because at some point during the party, the lights went out. And when the lights went out, the guys that were there, they basically pulled their pants down. And the females that were there basically gave them oral sex. Now, the young girl was upset about this. She didn't want to participate in it, so she left. And so when she got home, she told her mother about it, and her mother couldn't believe it either. She was really upset, and the girl who had invited her was her best friend. So her mother called her best friend's mother and told her what had happened. But I guess my thing that just really blew me away is that I couldn't believe what I was hearing. A lipstick party? And so I interjected. I was like, okay, hello, can you kind of share that again with me? Because I need to understand this. You're telling me that at a house party, we have young men, this is groups, a group thing now. Not just, in the privacy, just one-on-one, but a group thing now. It's a whole party. Turn out the lights and pull down your pants, and now the young girls they have lipstick on, and now they're having oral sex with the young men. Then they turn the lights on, and now the young men have to identify, based on the lipstick, who did what to them. And I was like, wow. Now, that was one instance. I had another conversation with a young girl, a mother that gave her daughter a birthday party. I think this was last year. And she was a church friend of mine. And she gave her daughter a birthday party. And she said that there were like 3 or 4 chaperones. I think her daughter had just turned 17. There were 3 or 4 chaperones in there. She had left out. When she came back, they were, the young girls were giving the guys lap dances. And so that's the newest thing. Her daughter was telling her mother that instead of, I guess like back in the day, way back in the day, how we used to slow dance and they would, the men and the women would get their grind on slow dancing. Well, they don't do that anymore. Now the men sit down and the girls do the grind. They grind them. And I'm like, wow, okay, interesting. So from the lipstick parties to the grinding to the lap dance and the grinding, this is what our young people are doing at these parties. Now, not only are they doing that, but they're drinking the shots, and they have the they have the candy or whatever in the shots, and now they're exchanging. They're doing the kissing thing, and they're exchanging that female to female and male to male. This is. I don't know what to say about this except that parents, we have to do better. And I know that, I just want to speak for myself. I have 2 daughters, and I know that I try my best to be an example for my daughters, and not just be an example, but I talk to them. I communicate with them. I sit and I talk with them. Hey, I want to know what's going on in your head. Hey, I want to know what's going on. What kind of things have you experienced? You tell me, let's talk about it so I can share with you what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, or what's okay behavior and what's not okay behavior. Because when you start doing certain things, those open other doors in your lives. Now, my oldest daughter is going to be 18, and I have never allowed her to go to a house party. If she's gone to one, it's because I did not know about it and somebody else allowed her. But it was not that I did not want her to go to a house party. It's just that I know growing up, my mother never allowed me to go to a house party. And there were reasons why my mother didn't allow me to go to a house party. Well, for one, we were raised in the church. We were raised to be saved in that we did not, as Christians, we did not party. We did not go to dances. We didn't do those kinds of things. But far beyond past being a Christian, there are so many things that happens at house parties that is just out of control, So when I found out this information, I asked my oldest daughter, had she ever heard of that? And she said, her response to me let me know that she didn't know what I was talking about. And she asked me, was that an exotic party, like when, like a chocolate party, like if you have, I think a cousin of mine sells lingerie. So she was asking me, is it kind of like a lingerie party? And I was like, no, it's not a lingerie party, And I explained it to her, and she was like, wow, no, I never heard of that. And that's probably because I don't allow her, or I have not allowed her to experience that kind of life. And so I just want to admonish the parents today. If you're allowing your teenagers to go out to house parties or to go out and you don't know where they are, you definitely want to question and ask and follow up, because this is the kind of stuff that's going on out there today. There are no more virgins, as they say, as far as oral sex, because that's the thing to do nowadays. And then the thing that really blew me away was the winner. Sometimes they have a contest with the lipstick. They have a lipstick contest. And the one who has the furthest or the lowest lipstick mark on the man is the one who wins. And I'm thinking to myself, these are our babies. These are our children, that have not even lived yet. And they're participating in these activities. So again, I say to you as parents, I admonish you, sit down and talk to your girls. What are you doing? Are you doing these kinds of things? Have you heard of this kind of stuff? Let's talk about it before somebody introduces it to you. This is not the way to go. You do not want to be a participant of this kind of thing. And I say to the young men, you may think this is fun and this is the thing that we do. This is not cool at all. You are a gift, just like the young woman is a gift. Both of your bodies are gifts. So you definitely want to keep your gift to yourself until you meet that special person that you marry. So I just want to leave you all with this. Again, my name is Raquel. This has been Pages of Life. And what are you allowing other people to write on the pages of your life? And what are you writing on the pages of other people's lives? Be blessed. What are men being read of you?